Imagine this. 30,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, a plane drifts smoothly through the night sky. The cabin is quiet, soft hum of engines, dim overhead lights, passengers half asleep, dreaming of destinations and loved ones. Flight attendants move softly down the aisles, the world below a sea of clouds and moonlight. Everything feels ordinary, until it isn't. A faint chime breaks the silence. Then, a voice over the intercom. Tense. Unsteady. The captain's voice. Ladies and gentlemen, if there are any combat pilots on board, please come forward immediately. The words hang in the air like thunder. Passengers exchange glances, confusion, fear, disbelief. Someone laughs nervously, thinking it's a joke. But the tone in the captain's voice says otherwise. And in row 10, seat B, a young woman stirs awake. Her name, Elena Carter, age 29. Jeans, hoodie, headphones around her neck. To anyone else, just another traveler escaping the noise of life. But inside her chest beats the heart of a fighter. 2 years ago, she flew F-16s for the U.S. Air Force. A combat pilot. A survivor. A soldier who walked away after one mission went horribly wrong. She had promised herself she would never fly again. Never face the sky that took her friends. But as she sits there, hearing the captain's trembling voice, something deep inside her awakens. The past she buried stirs. The instincts return. And before she knows it, Elena Carter is standing up, walking toward the cockpit, where destiny is waiting. Every eye in the cabin follows her. A few passengers whisper, "Is she really a pilot?" Others just stare, wide-eyed, as this quiet woman makes her way down the aisle. Elena's heart hammers in her chest. Her hands tremble, not from fear, but from memory. The smell of jet fuel, the roar of engines, the flash of explosions, all of it returns in sharp fragments. She reaches the cockpit door. The flight attendant hesitates but steps aside when Elena says just 2 words. Combat pilot. Inside, the cockpit is chaos. Warning lights flash red across the panel. The captain's uniform is soaked in sweat. His co-pilot sits slumped against the seat, oxygen mask crooked, unconscious. The captain looks up, startled to see her. "Who are you?" "Elena Carter. Call sign Viper. United States Air Force, retired." Relief and disbelief wash over the captain's face. "We've lost autopilot. Systems failing. If I black out, we're done." Elena scans the instruments like she's been doing it all her life. "What's the status on hydraulics?" "Partial. Engines struggling. Turbulence worsening." She takes the co-pilot's seat without hesitation. "Then we fight it manually." Outside, the storm rages. Lightning splits the sky, wind battering the aircraft like invisible fists. The passengers don't see it, but inside the cockpit, one woman has decided that fear will not win tonight. She tightens her grip on the yoke, voice steady. "I can fly this. Just keep breathing, Captain. We're not dying today." And just like that, the fate of 300 souls shifts into her hands. The jet shudders violently as the storm unleashes its fury. Rain lashes against the windshield. Turbulence rattles trays, luggage compartments, hearts. Left engine fluctuating. Elena mutters, adjusting power. "Hydraulics failing." The captain warns. "Then we fly it like a crippled bird." She replies, her tone cold steel. Every move she makes is instinct, gentle correction, throttle shift, counter-yaw against the wind. Fighter jet reflexes in a commercial cockpit. She feels the weight, the drag, the resistance. She can sense the aircraft, its pain, its struggle, like a living thing fighting to survive. Oxygen masks drop in the cabin. Passengers scream. A baby cries. A prayer echoes somewhere near the back. But in the cockpit, silence, except for the storm and Elena's calm breathing. "Come on, girl," she whispers to the plane. "Hold together." The lightning flashes, for a second, illuminating her face. Focused. Fierce. The same look she wore in her final mission years ago, the one that broke her. Her mind flickers back to that day, the explosion, the loss of her squadron. The guilt she carried, the reason she quit. But this isn't that day. Not this time. This time, she whispers, no one dies. The captain glances at her, astonished by the quiet fire in her voice. They descend lower, trying to find clearer air. Wind shear slams them sideways. Elena fights back, muscles burning. Outside, chaos reigns. Inside, she becomes the storm's equal, and for the first time in years, Elena Carter flies again. Hours blur into minutes. The storm shows no mercy. Fuel is running low, instruments flickering. The captain's breathing is ragged, exhaustion clawing at him. Elena stays focused. Keep the nose steady, she mutters. We lose pitch, we lose everything. In the cabin, passengers clutch hands, whisper prayers, their faith hanging by a thread. Somewhere near row 10, a little girl looks up at her mother. Mom, is she an angel? The mother, tears streaking her cheeks, nods silently. Yes, sweetheart. She's our angel. Back in the cockpit, Elena's eyes lock on the horizon radar. A break in the storm. Faint runway lights glimmer miles ahead, a coastal airbase. Captain, she says, I've got visual. We're landing there. His voice is weak. That strip's too short for a 747. She smirks faintly. Then I'll make it fit. Static bursts through the radio. This is Delta 473. Former USAF pilot at controls. Request emergency landing. A pause. Then, a calm voice replies through the storm. Copy that, Viper. You're clear to land. We're with you. Elena exhales, gripping the yoke tighter. Every nerve in her body is alive. The runway grows closer, but so do the crosswinds. Brace, she says softly. This is going to be rough. The storm howls one last challenge, tossing the aircraft like a toy. Elena fights back, muscles screaming, blood pounding in her ears. Every correction counts. Every second matters. Steady, she whispers, eyes locked on the lights ahead. This isn't just a landing, it's redemption. The runway races toward them, a strip of light in an ocean of darkness. Crosswind strong, the captain shouts. I see it. Elena replies, voice low and sharp. She angles the nose, adjusting thrust, compensating for drift. The aircraft groans, metal straining under pressure. Steady, come on, stay with me, she mutters. The first wheel touches asphalt, a bounce, a lurch. Then another. The plane slams down hard, skidding, fighting her control. She pulls reverse thrust, engine screaming as smoke bursts from the tires. For a moment, everything hangs in uncertainty, then the jet slows. Slower. Slower. Until finally, silence. They've stopped. Elena's hands tremble on the controls. Her breath shudders out. The captain stares at her, eyes wet. You just saved 300 souls. But Elena shakes her head. No, they saved me. In the cabin, disbelief turns to applause. Cheers, sobs, hands raised in prayer. Passengers unbuckle, rushing to the aisle. A little girl runs forward, wraps her arms around Elena's leg. Thank you, Angel, she whispers. Elena kneels, tears in her eyes. For years, she believed she wasn't worthy, not after what she'd lost. But in that storm, in that cockpit, she found something she thought was gone forever. Outside, rescue crews surround the plane. Rain pours, but inside, something brighter fills the air. Hope. Elena looks out the cockpit window, lightning fading into dawn. For the first time in years, she smiles. The sky didn't take from her this time. It gave something back. News spreads fast. Hero pilot saves hundreds. Former Air Force officer takes control mid-flight. But Elena Carter wants none of it. She refuses interviews, cameras, praise. She walks down the tarmac quietly, the storm clouds parting behind her. The captain catches up. You're a miracle, you know that? Elena smiles faintly. No. Just someone who remembered how to fly. As the passengers disembark, many stop to thank her. A handshake, a tearful hug, a whispered, "Thank you?" But the little girl from row 10 runs up again, clutching a drawing, a stick figure angel flying a plane through clouds. "For you," she says shyly. Elena kneels, accepts it gently. "You keep believing in angels, okay?" The child nods, smiling. When Elena finally steps away from the plane, she pauses, glancing back. The storm is gone. The runway glistens under the morning sun. She realizes something. Peace isn't the absence of storms, it's learning to fly through them. For years, she tried to escape her past, her pain, her guilt. But fate, or maybe grace, had one last mission for her, and she answered it. That day, a woman who just wanted to disappear became a hero in the sky. She didn't ask for recognition, medals, or fame. She asked for peace. And somehow, by saving others, she found it again. So if you ever find yourself in a storm, remember Elena Carter, the woman in row 10. Sometimes, the person you least expect carries the strength to save everyone. Row 10 will never be forgotten, because that's where an angel was sleeping, waiting for the call.